new aspirations.
Yes.
You know what I hate?
Big
People keep
dreams,
saying
big
Happy New
faith.
Year's.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the 8th.
I'm not gonna go with anything new.
done.
I'm just gonna keep going. I'm good. I'm good on
Oh, I agree with that.
I have one new thing, but it's old, but I always reinstate it
That's
every
cool.
year.
I like
Yeah,
that.
and that is to drink water.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Let's take this away right now.
Along with wine.
Yes, let's take this away.
Yeah, it needs to be reinstated every year as
Yeah.
new
You know
because it just doesn't work all year through. I'll start off really, really good, which this year I did not have a good start. It's the first time in a long time that I did not have a good start, and then it will just filter out.
yeah, I understand. I have it as an intention every day.
Okay.
But then you go through the day, life happens, and then at the end of the day, you're like, oh my God, I have a whole gallon to take up.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
wow.
it's rough.
Oh gosh.
And then you can't sleep through the night.
No.
Oh gosh.
The trick for me is that don't go around with a gallon because it just seems like so much.
I know.
Do smaller amounts, and then you'll be like,
You don't feel overwhelmed.
you don't feel overwhelmed. You'll be like, okay, it's nice small glass of wine.
Yes,
and
I can do this.
Yes,
Wine.
Wine.
think of it like that.
Doesn't
Go
work.
down easier.
Doesn't work.
Exactly. Or just have a small canister, and you just take it in as it goes.
I challenge my employees. We have a water bottle challenge.
Mm.
And so whoever drinks the first water bottle, you crush it so it makes that noise. And they're like, oh my
It's like a
gosh,
bell.
Dawn. And then you do, somebody tries to drink and catch you, and then you drink the next one and the next one.
This is good.
And it's good, but we keep having to go to the ladies'
Yes,
room.
it motivates you.
It does. And I hate to lose because I'm very competitive. So if someone gets to 3 bottles, I have to get to 4 bottles.
Well, that's
That's
why
good
I
though.
made the transition from pants to dresses at work.
And so that
It was
Really?
you
easier.
can go to the bathroom easy.
Yeah, because you
That's
go
too
more
far.
regular,
Oh, wow.
so it's easier.
Should we sing this stuff online?
Yes. So we're just chit-chatting if you've tuned in early. But we're officially going to start at 8. So you're hearing some behind-the-scenes conversations.
These are real life issues.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
How do you deal with having to go?
Wear dresses, apparently.
Yes.
Isn't it?
I think that's one of the reasons I don't drink the water. I hate having to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I hate if I'm in a public place having to go to a
Wait.
public bathroom.
It's a no.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
okay,
good.
so from my personal experience, that happened to me for a couple of months. My bladder had to get adjusted, and then as you go along, you get accustomed to drinking it. Your body can take the water, so
Very
you
well said.
don't have to go. to the
My body
bathroom.
didn't do that.
That proves everybody's body is
Mine
different.
did not do that.
That proves You see, that proves it. I always say it. Our bodies are
So they're like,
different.
Yes,
oh my God.
yes.
Our bodies are different.
Mine did not adjust. Mm-mm.
You're so stubborn, Dawn. You're so
I
stubborn.
know. And I think it's so important for people that are active, whether you're exercising, working out, you're involved in sports in some kind. It was the hardest thing for my daughter to get her to
Yeah,
drink
drink water.
water. And she's an athlete, and we had to, it was just recently she started drinking water.
But even if you're not an athlete,
Exactly.
water is just
Water
a
is good.
necessary
Exactly.
evil. I mean, it's
Exactly.
healthy. I'm kidding when I say evil, but we need it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Your body
absolutely.
needs it, and
Yeah.
the thing is,
It's evil.
I will go through.
It's evil. I'll
I'll
take
go
that.
through days where I'm busy, and it's not that I don't want to drink it. You just don't stop to do anything. You just keep
Right.
going, and at the end of the day, I will just sit down there drinking glasses and glasses of water,
Just
not
to get it
consciously.
in.
No, I actually can feel that I'm dehydrated. I can
Right.
feel it in my system that it needs it.
Yeah.
I
That's
believe
when I
you.
have a
You have to
problem.
listen to your body.
But you have to.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
There are times when my body calls for it,
Yeah.
and I'm drinking tons of it.
Yeah.
But
You
there
pay
are
for it
times
after,
when
but you
yeah.
drink it anyway.
Well, it's officially 8 p.m.
Wow. And it's officially 2020.
And it's officially the first episode of the Caribbean Edge.
Awesome.
So we want to welcome our special guest. If you're joining us for the first time, my name is Dawn Wilson, and this is
Janice Whittingham Okoye.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It wasn't mine, but I took it.
I would have taken it as well.
Zyrun Ali. Everyone just calls me Z.
Yeah,
Good.
I like Z and I
I like
like Zyrone. I like
Yeah, I
both.
like it.
Well,
Me too.
some people have a little bit of difficulty pronouncing it.
I hear
so
you. I hear you. I hear you. I'm Cheryl Ann Marshall, and as simple as Cheryl Ann should be, people have a little bit of a difficulty pronouncing it as well.
I like
so
the
sometimes
Sam
I say
thing. That was
Cheryl.
very
Yeah.
cute. I
Yeah.
saw the Sam. That was really cute.
So one of the things we want to do is thank everyone for an awesome 2019, for every guest that joined us, for every viewer that joined us, for everyone that shared us, made a comment, gave us some positive vibes when you saw us out here in South Florida, or no matter what country you tuned in from, you reached out to us. We truly appreciate that because you are what makes us. So we always say, you know, thanks for being the best part of the Caribbean Edge. And we truly mean that because this is your platform, and without you, we don't exist. So thank you.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah. So we love what we do, and that's why we're here to recap with two beautiful women 2019 and share our lives. We're all four different personalities, four strong, gorgeous women. And we're going to get to know these two ladies tonight and what happened in 2019 that stood out for you, and what would you like to see for 2020? Any goals, dreams? So let's start with 2019.
Oh, I see you looking at me.
Anyone?
You know, 2019, I tell you, life for me is constantly the same. I am a mother of 6, so I'm constantly all about children, and I have a 7th, which is not mine, Zoe.
Yes.
No. And so it was the usual, very busy. But that being said, I consciously took on the decision to share a way I've chosen to live my entire life, which is, we were discussing a minute ago, stress-free, because so much happens around us that I decided that I needed to share that with more people. And I've been doing that and kind of teaching people how to not allow everything outside to affect you on the inside. So I've been doing that a lot, and that's been great for me. And Zoe has become a little person of her own, because she's now going 3, 2.5, going 3 now. So she's been busy, and I plan to take that into 2020, which that number is just insane for me because the days go by so quickly.
So Janice and Zoe were on the Caribbean Edge quite some time ago.
Right?
And, you know, do you want to tell us a little bit about Zoe, how she became part of your family, and where her mom is today? Just a quick update on that.
Well, her mom is now in Roatan, Honduras, and she is now adjusting to a very new life. She moved here with her mother when she was 4 years old. Her mom brought her here. She grew up here thinking she was just like everybody else at school, very American, and as a young adult realized very quickly she did not have the papers after finishing school to get a job. And that spiraled into unfortunate things that led to her being deported shortly after she had a baby. And I had met her when she was pregnant, gotten to know her, and Zoe, that's her baby. And she called me one day and said they were detaining her. She figured she'd be out in about a week. Could I pick Zoe up? Which I did. And they kept her for about 4 months before they deported her without, just every day for her was just not knowing what the next day would be like. And they just deported her in the middle of the night one night.
4
took her
months.
4 months of incarceration with regular
Jesus.
criminals. Anyway,
Wow.
so she has been back in Honduras. It's been an adjustment for her because she grew up here, and it's not anything like the United States. So the good thing is she's adjusting. Her life is coming together. She's gone through a very, good days and bad days, but it's coming together. She's in a good place now, and we're hoping that this year we'll be able to have her reunite with Zoe.
Yeah. So Janice and her family, are amazing. You took in baby Zoe.
Yeah. Right? Right?
Stop.
Took in baby Zoe
Wait.
because her mom was part
She's a
of
orphan,
the deportation process.
Yeah.
And Zoe, I believe, was 17 months at the time when they took her. So she did a phenomenal job, just being a mom, being a friend, being a human being. When you think about how many people would welcome a young baby into their home, and you already have 6 kids in your home.
Some of them are adults now, but
Yeah, so an amazing family that did a beautiful thing and took wonderful care of Zoe as if she's their own child. And we see all the pictures and the
She is.
fun, and we're watching her grow up on Facebook as well. So thank you to you and your family for being amazing.
we love her.
Yeah, so that would be great to see that she gets to see her mom, and I
Yes.
know she FaceTimes and
On a regular.
on a regular basis. But as a mom, I can't even imagine being deported to a country that you didn't grow up in at all, and your
And she
only
was young.
connection is with, through the phones to
Yeah.
see your child. You can't touch her, you can't feel her, you can't hug her or anything. But knowing that she is in good care, with a good family that's caring for her, truly makes a difference. So.
I think even
Amazing.
as mothers here, when our children are not answering the phone,
Yes.
we get anxious.
Yeah.
In a panic.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been this is 2 Christmases since she's been deported, which is very hard. There's
Yeah.
Mother's Days, birthdays, Christmases. It's really hard on her mom.
Yeah.
Zoe, she's fine because she's a baby and she's with a family that loves her. So she's
Exactly.
not understanding. But her mother, it's heartbreaking.
It is.
It's
It is.
heartbreaking. But yes, so 2020. Actually, I don't know if I should say this out loud, but I've convinced my husband that we might be able to help other children
Oh
that are not
wow!
our own, right?
Oh, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I've had that
Yeah.
conversation with my kids, and they're good with it too. So,
Oh,
Wow.
amazing.
so we're going to see what we can do.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Well, kids
Wow.
bring you joy, right? When you have the
Yes.
right family.
It's important.
It
I mean,
does, yeah.
the fact is they don't have a chance otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happens in the system. So,
That's
So
amazing.
that's all we
Z,
can do.
tell us about anything for 2019 that stood out.
2019 was a phenomenal year for me, honestly. And for me, it's just amazing because I had all these goals in my mind. With my business, ZC Designs, which is actually a dedication to my mom. My mother was the one who really had this gift for flowers and plants. I can't even keep a plant for my life, honestly.
Wow.
They will die with me. But this year, last year, for my birthday, I said I really needed to take this to the next step and I wanted to continue her legacy. So I made great efforts and I launched the social media pages and I started making contacts and being bold and reaching out to different people that I think would appreciate my work, and it is just taking off.
That's
I was afforded a lot of great opportunities in 2019. I was able to work with some really great promoters in the Caribbean industry.
That's fantastic.
I did work with some really great people as well. Vanessa James Media, Cara Donnell Media in Trinidad. I did some design for Aurora New Year's Eve party.
I saw that.
Yes.
That was lovely.
So, I got some really great opportunities and it has been opening doors for me. And one of my philosophy is that no job is too small because even though the job is small, I have big faith in it. And I remember doing a job for another client and it was really small, but when she contacted me after that, it's leading to something even bigger because
Fantastic.
just today I had a conversation. She's like, I need you for a Super Bowl event.
Oh
Awesome.
wow! That's beautiful.
So, you know, again, you just really have to have faith in yourself.
Mhm.
And, you know, it was challenging for me too as well because I didn't know how people would receive my work.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you think what you create is beautiful.
Beautiful.
You're a designer.
Yeah.
These ideas are in your
Your
head,
head.
not
Right.
in yours. You
Mhm.
know, so it. I had my own insecurities, and even with social media too as well. Even putting myself out there with my work was challenging for me in itself. But as I kept doing it, I kept saying, Z, you have to do it, you have to do it. And the response has been great for me. So I really appreciate everyone and with all the support and everyone who has given me the opportunity to showcase my work.
That's so beautiful.
Yes.
Because what I'm hearing as well is that you finally believed in yourself
Mhm.
to do it. And so many times we doubt ourselves. Like we're our worst enemies sometimes,
Yes.
right?
Our worst critics. Yeah.
So once you take that leap of faith in yourself, you're either gonna do or die, right? Or you
Yes.
adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you did it, and I'm so glad you're being
And-
successful.
One of my goals for 2020 is to take away all my psychological limits for myself.
That's
Mhm.
huge.
Because initially, you know, I'm a Caribbean woman. I'm a Trinidadian. I live in South Florida. So those were my markets.
Right.
But I'm realizing this is a big world.
Oh yes,
I have people
absolutely.
from China that likes my picture,
That's
people from the
fantastic.
Middle East, and I do not want to limit myself because you never know what can happen.
Well, you see, that's the thing, and you hit the nail on the head. You are limitless,
Yes.
Exactly.
and as long
Yes.
as you know that,
Yes.
Yes.
you will be limitless.
Yes.
Because we limit ourselves by the paradigms, the things we've been taught way back in the day, what you can
Yeah.
do or what you
Yeah.
can achieve or what you should be.
Yes.
When the
And what
fact
you
is that
should
you
not
can
be.
exactly, but you
Exactly.
can be anything,
Mhm.
and you can
Exactly.
reach anywhere
Mhm.
that you choose to,
Mhm.
and you believe in yourself, you'll get there.
It's true.
Once you know it's going to happen for you, it's going to happen. And the second that you doubt it, that's your downfall.
Manifesting your dreams.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
2020, baby. 2020. Right?
It's what existence.
You be
Bring
it.
it into
It's real.
existence.
It's real.
Yes,
It's
of
real.
course it is.
You
Of
keep a,
course it
a
is.
positive mindset, and you are going to get exactly where you want to be.
Yeah.
We're excited for you. I'm looking forward to seeing more
Me
on
too.
social media.
Yes. That's another challenge in itself. You know, social media is such a beast in itself.
Beast.
So many, so many layers.
Yes.
Oh my God. That-
She said it.
I hate when I see people talking about social media being in a negative manner because it so isn't. It so isn't. I've learned so much from so many posts that I've seen.
Yeah.
I've shared so much to many people that appreciate what I shared.
Right.
It's a beast. It's a
And
good
you meet
beast.
people. You
Yes.
meet people. You
I've
reconnect with
met
people.
You reconnect with
Yes.
people that you lost touch with.
Years back.
Oh my God, you get to see all their photos of their beautiful
course.
families.
No, it's an amazing
and
thing.
friends, and them having a good
Of
time.
course.
The
of course.
joy and the love.
Yes.
And just that reconnection is awesome. I
It's-
mean,
it is.
it's amazing. You know, technology generally, I love it, and I have a love-hate
Love
relationship.
hate, yeah.
The love for me is once you're grown and you can control it and you
Exactly.
know exactly what to take from it and what to leave is fine. My fear is with youngsters, like I have young children, and having the wrong entity get exposed to my children
Mm-hmm.
is frightening.
Yes.
You know, or having my children learn stuff that we knew nothing about when we were kids because of what they can get on social media.
Because they
It's
can't
not-
begin
it's
to
not
fathom it.
internet.
They can't even begin to
No,
fathom
no,
it.
and sometimes there's too much information.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you can't try and keep a balance, but
Filter.
the fact is it's a part of our lives and we have to make the most of it. So you look at the positive side and take from it what you can
Right.
and
So-
allow it to grow your
So
business.
when I say it's a beast, I mean there's so many facets to becoming successful while using social
Yes.
media.
Yeah.
You know, and you know we're a little mature, so we're a little traditional in some things, but you know our children. I am ready to make my 14-year-old daughter my social media manager.
Right.
Honestly.
Right, 'cause she
I know.
and they want to be on
Oh
it
my
They want to
anyway.
be on it. Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel I don't want to
Exactly.
dedicate the time to
It's
it.
a lot of time.
Yes.
It is
It
a
is-
lot of a time.
Oh my God, it will eat away your time.
Yeah,
I know.
It will eat away your time. It will.
if you allow it to.
Because you're putting thought into what you want to post to promote what you want to
That's
promote. You can't half-ass it.
No, you
cannot.
can't. It's a full-time job if that's what you're doing.
It's
That's
a
what I'm
full-time
saying.
job. It's a full-time job.
Yes, that's why I'm going to give it to her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cheryl Ann, 2019, what stands out for you?
2019, hands down, it was starting the Caribbean Edge. Hands down. And I say that only because it gave me the opportunity to meet people like Janice and Zyrone. It gave me the opportunity to share their stories to everyone and inspire people, because there are so many people that we've inspired. There are so many things that we have learned ourselves
Oh, yeah.
through the interviews we've conducted, through the comments and questions that our viewers had that made us do the research. I love people and I love sharing their stories. I like getting to know their stories. I like comparing what we've learned along the way, because our minds are so different, our hearts are so different, that we are able to open up so many avenues for one another
Right.
just by the stories that we share.
Mhm.
Things that you didn't
New
think about it.
perspectives.
You thought exactly.
Yeah.
Everything is relative.
It is.
Everything is
It is.
relative.
That's a fact.
And if you have the ability to put your mind out there and keep it open, you are exposed to so much and you learn so much and you grow
Of course.
so much.
Yeah.
That's life. That's
Yes.
real life.
Yes,
Growth.
and the
Yeah,
Caribbean
that's real.
Edge did that to me. I was always that open person, but the Caribbean Edge gave me the opportunity to be even more out there and to actually sit down and figure out who is it that we can sit down here and talk with and share with to everyone.
Yeah.
So hands down, that was the most effective, most impactful.
Okay, so guess it's my turn. Oh, that was well said,
Oh,
Cheryl
I'm
Ann.
sorry, but so much. What's it for 2020 for you? Then?
For 20. Wow, for 2020, I just basically want to expand on that.
Nice.
I just want to expand on that. I want us to be fearless
That's
in who
right.
we
I
seek
love it.
out. Yes.
Yes.
I love it, as I said.
I want us to continue to motivate and just be able to grow and continue to grow and prosper and have everyone realize that we're not alone in anything that we're going through. We're not alone.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
And we can support one another
We
through
must
many
support
forums.
one. We must
Absolutely.
Through
support
many
one.
forums.
We
And
must.
this being one that's why we're here.
I support that fearlessness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I certainly
fearlessness,
do.
absolutely.
And I'm
Yeah.
100%
And that's well said.
behind the supporting each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very important, whether
Well
it's
said.
physical, mental,
Yes.
emotional, whatever. It's important. Yeah.
Yes.
Stand up for each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Miss Dawn, tell
Miss
us about
Dawn,
it. Tell us what's
okay.
happening.
So 2019, I share a lot of the sentiments already expressed here. 2019, I think, I know I grew a lot
Mhm.
in 2019. So my personal growth is phenomenal as a human being, as the Caribbean Edge. A lot of what Cheryl Ann said, just having this platform to meet so many outstanding people that touched us in so many ways. We've cried on this show, we've laughed on this show, we've made people realize that you're not alone. You know, some people are struggling with health issues, depression, so many other things that it helps you put your life in perspective. And one of the things that I know I grew personally with was in 2018 when I started the Caribbean Edge. It didn't end the way I thought. You know, you have thoughts on how things will end and how your journey is going to continue, and something happens and it just changes everything, right? So that was the end of 2018. So 2019 was a significant year because the Caribbean Edge changed and the personalities changed, and we grew together on the Caribbean Edge and different ideas, and to have co-hosts and guests that are free to talk and open and transparent on the glass table. I didn't shatter at all in 2019. I didn't crumble. I didn't
You did
have
not.
sleepless nights.
You most certainly
No,
did
absolutely
not.
not.
Did
But
not.
I haven't pinpointed what it is, and I don't know if it stems to your childhood, because a lot of that, helps your thoughts and your decisions. But I always wake up that no matter what happens, tomorrow is going to be better, or
It's
the
a new
next
day,
hour is
baby.
going to be
That's
better.
right.
It's another
So
day.
it's like, how do you just I've never had to drag myself out of bed. Like some people say, I was under the covers and I had to drag myself
Guess
out.
what
I've
happened?
never been there because I don't allow myself to go
You
there.
said it.
The choices you make with your thoughts.
The choice is yours.
Yes.
You
You have to choose that
You
thought
choose.
over the other. You have to.
You
You have
choose.
to.
Exactly.
On New Year's morning, I played volleyball for 2020, and my tire lights came on. I took it to the tire place. It says, you need 2 rear tires, $700. I was like, okay, Happy New Year. What am I going to do? I'm not going to, absolutely. So no matter what it is, and that's insignificant compared to what a lot of people went through, because I know people lost someone they truly loved and cared about, and they felt alone. And sometimes, no matter how popular people seem and how beautiful people seem on the outside, they are still alone. And we've seen that through social media, the platforms out there. So it's so important, like we've all said, to encourage other people to have these open conversations on how you're living and how you're making a life. No one's perfect, but we are trying to help each other. We are trying to live a better life and have these conversations.
And what you said a
So-
while ago is very important. You choose your state.
Oh, absolutely.
And as we said before, life can be stressful, and a lot of things happen out there. People lose jobs, they lose family, and we are all dealing with a multitude of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's life, but you have to choose.
Yes.
You do,
You get a
absolutely.
chance to
Have to.
decide, I'm going to allow that to keep me in a bad place, or I'm going to change my state of mind immediately
Mhm.
and move forward from it. Because
Mhm.
looking back and dwelling on it isn't going to help you.
Mhm.
But I
You
think
know, so every morning you get up like that, it's because you're happy. You're in a happy state of mind.
And sometimes you hang on to something, or you hang on to a person, like a relationship or a marriage, and you think that this is it for you, or a job, and you need it, and it just fails, and you don't have a choice but to move on. Move on before it fails if
Thank
you
you.
can.
Yeah.
But if it does fail before you made that choice to move on, know that it happens so that you can move on.
It happens so you can grow.
So-
Yes,
said
so
that
you
earlier.
can
And that's
learn
what
and
Change
grow.
and
Yes.
learning is growing.
It's constant.
And that's life.
Yes.
But you know, ladies, I think, and we all know this, we are amazing at hiding how we really
I
feel.
posted that this week.
We are, and I think we have to make a better effort at really getting close to our friends and our family and say, hey, are you
Are you
okay?
okay?
Yes.
Yeah, checking
If
on your
you
friends.
ever want to talk, I'm
Right.
here. Whatever it is, whatever time it is.
Yeah.
But-
And
yeah.
that being said, people also need to realize that if you are having problems, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
Reach
Because
out.
everybody has problems at some point in
Reach
life.
out.
It's a part of life. So reach out.
Reach
Don't
out.
be ashamed
My
of it.
girlfriends
Yeah.
know. Listen to me. My
Mhm.
girlfriends know. When I put in a message, guys, when are we doing HH? They know. Happy hour. She has. She has some issues.
I don't need issues
Yeah.
to happy hour.
I know, right?
Happy hour is all the time.
Then we'll
Oh
be
my
too
God.
happy.
Then I probably have issues every day.
Happy hour every day.
Yeah, everything is probably an
Janice
issue.
will be like, come over to my house where I have wine. And we're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Just drop the kids to school.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No, not.
No. No. The people who I do my happy hours with are people that I can actually like have therapy with, where
Oh.
we share
There's nothing wrong.
everything that whatever it is that we're living day to day, and laugh at it, cry about it, talk about what we're gonna do about it, and it's just, oh my God, it's so heartfelt that honestly every day could be happy hour for me, every day.
Well, it's always good to have somebody you can talk to.
Yes.
Which is why people need to realize there's nothing wrong with talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
what? You know, happy hour talking, and something I did this year, and you know,
Sorry,
all
maybe.
depends on what you believe in. But I prayed with my girlfriend. You know, we were both going through things, and
Powerful.
it
Wow.
just came to me.
Yeah.
You know, I was in Trinidad. You know,
Mhm.
and I just held her hand. I said, I want to do this, and
Yeah.
we prayed together.
Yes.
You know,
Nice.
and that was just so amazing because
Mhm.
it for me it felt like we really connected our
Connected.
energies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and we said, whenever you need me, whenever you want to cry, whenever you want to talk, and yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And we all have special friends that we can confide in, and that we hope those secrets
Yeah.
stay with those friends. We've had that talk on here, know your friends, and even if the friendship goes south, hopefully those secrets stay with them. But it's so important.
Integrity.
And a lot of people that have come on the show have talked about their friendship, and that's what gets them through a lot of those dark times.
Yeah.
So check on your friends, it's so important. Trying to see if we have any comments as we go along, because we've not
we've
been,
just been
I've not
talking.
been looking.
How long have we been on? Oh, we've been on for 31 minutes. Look
Wow.
So
at
has anyone made New Year's resolutions?
We'll start at that end this time.
Yeah, yeah. I try my best not to make resolutions. I do because my life begins on a daily basis.
That's right.
Yeah. My
That's
life
right.
begins when I wake up every
Every day.
morning. Every
Thank you,
morning.
God,
I'm
I'm breathing.
right.
Yep.
I'm, I read so many posts about, oh my God, so and so died, rest in peace. I just spoke to him last week, and I'm like, so when I wake up, I am truly thankful.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Truly thankful.
I am.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that in itself gives me the motivation to say, what am I gonna do better today? What am I gonna do to show how thankful I am about being here? There's a reason why I'm still here. Let me seek it out and let me figure it out.
Right.
So resolutions, to me, honestly, I make a standing joke every year that my resolution is to drink more water, and that's it. That's it. Because I
Yeah.
know how challenging it is for me, and I know how good it is for me.
Right.
I know how it is, and I have close friends that drink a lot of water, and they try with me, so every year that's my standing resolution, to drink more water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm similar in that respect. I
Mhm.
don't make resolutions.
Right.
I just look where I'm at
Right.
and say, what do I want to achieve this year?
Right.
How do I want to get better? Because I'm a work in progress. You know, I consider myself like that. I'm not perfect, and I want to be a better mother. I want to be a better designer. I want to create more value for myself. I want to do different things.
Yes.
Either I want to travel more,
Right.
have more fun, go to more fests.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's a definite
Whatever
priority.
it is.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's how I do it. You know, I just look at what I want to achieve and then decide my strategies, what kind of efforts do I put into achieving my goals.
Right.
Okay.
That's excellent. Well, once again, I don't do resolutions.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done it since about 20.
A long time.
Yes, a long time now. But with each year, I just set what I want for myself.
Yes.
You know, we all have to just have those goals.
Of course,
What
we
we
do.
want for ourselves,
Yes.
what we want for our families, what we want to achieve.
Otherwise, why are we here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, they don't have to be financial. It's just
No.
what I want.
Yes.
And I'm at that stage where I love my life
Mm-hmm.
and I am determined to live my best life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my best life means I'm going to live it on my terms,
Mm-hmm.
not anyone else's. That doesn't mean I'm going to do
Yes.
anything that is hurtful to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But between me and God, if I'm doing it the right way, whatever that may be, and my God may be different from yours, I'm not judgmental.
Right.
We all just need to make sure that it's right for us. We have to be
Yeah.
authentic to who we are,
Yeah.
what feels good to us,
Yeah.
and make a decision that I'm going to live a life that's going to make me happy, because we get one go at this.
Yeah.
One. You know, and if we take too much time and say, oh, well, I have to build business, or I have to, no, just make sure whatever you're doing is making you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because when you're happy, you can make your kids happy, you can make your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever it is.
Happy.
You
Yeah.
can
Everybody's
exude
around
that.
Yes.
You can smile at people
That
because you
energy
feel so good
exudes.
inside.
Yes,
Yes, it does.
It's
That
a good
energy
energy.
You
exudes.
leak it,
Good energy.
you know,
Yeah.
and it spreads.
Yeah.
So that's what I need to, that's all I want for myself, is for me to make sure I'm living my best life, I'm authentic to myself, and making people around me feel good, feel comfortable, feel happy, feel loved. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. For me, I guess we're all similar. That shows the power of women and our strength. I reflect on my life practically every day.
Right.
It's not, okay, it's 2020 now, I'm
Right.
gonna just change. So, some of the things that, because I went for a walk and, because I got these new headphones and I went
Alright.
walking. And it gave me time to just clear my head, because normally I'm working, volleyball, Caribbean Edge, you know. So it gave me the time to take time out just to meditate and enjoy my surroundings. And I thought about health, and I'm a healthy person. I'm always working out as far as volleyball, but I'm like, I need to incorporate walking more, enjoying Mother Nature more. I see a lot about the food that we're eating. And my kids, I'm learning from them because they're both working out. And my daughter Jay just got her modeling contract with Wilhelmina. So
Congratulations. That's awesome. That is
yes,
awesome.
it's awesome.
That is awesome.
So she went from being an athlete, physique, to being a model, but her eating habits changed. Not that she wasn't a healthy eater. We have a very bad sweet tooth. So sweets is our weakness, but I'm learning different tricks from her. The juices and more greens and more natural, less processed food.
Mhm.
So I think those are the things that I'm reflecting on for 2020.
That's good.
Is how am I going to eat better on a daily basis, because I'm learning from everyone around me in different little aspects of life. So that's the only thing. Everything
good
else
thing.
is like
That's great.
It
I'm
is.
already
That's a
living
great idea.
living every day and saying my best day, because you don't know when something can go wrong
Right.
or when you're no longer here, when it's your time, as they say.
So you appreciate
So, yeah.
every day.
Yeah. Do you know,
Absolutely.
there are so many
Talk to-
people who cannot say that they're living a healthy life.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
They want to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to be. It's not
Yeah.
their choice.
Yeah.
So, health is going to be a priority, nutrition, exercise for me personally. And I see a lot of fashionistas around me.
Right.
So, one of the fashion icons in our Caribbean community, if I can call her that, is Miss Paula Haas.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And so,
It's my girl.
just being around her from a fashion perspective or even a design perspective, just like you, I'm picking up tips on the house and going to these little antique stores,
I
buying
love
stuff
her.
and
I love her
painting. So
style.
there's so many things you learn from people around you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I just think I'm just growing every day and becoming a better person.
In so many different ways.
Yes,
In so many different
absolutely.
ways. Yeah.
So any final thoughts? I know before we get to final thoughts, I see everyone has tuned in and saying a lot of hellos. Trisha Chung Foster said, true Janice, I'm not sure if I'm on point. And Camellia says, hello, beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent, progressive ladies. You all inspire me.
Aww.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. We're going to give some final thoughts on hopes, goals, dreams, anything you want to say about your business. Any final thoughts to your viewers?
I think one thing that's really important to me, and this is going to transcend from the business towards my personal life as well, is I want to create and maintain value for my brand and myself. I am my brand, so they intertwine. But just as a woman, you know, who I feel like I've worked hard on myself intellectually, you know, I just want to maintain that value that I have created, and I would like others to see it as well.
Yes. And she does gorgeous work. She actually made us a beautiful basket, but it was too high for our table, so we're going to take a picture of it, or a few pictures, and post it so you can see what we're talking about, and share her link so you can also check her out.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
She has a good sense of style. She has a really great sense of style. I
You
love
sure?
it. I love it.
Well, I just want to encourage people, as I said before, is to live an extraordinary life. And for each person, it's different. You know, we all are different personalities, and we have to embrace that. But that being said, each of us need to do the best in making our lives the best it can be.
Yes.
And that's not a financial goal. That's an emotional, mental, physical, being good to yourself. You know, that's my goal, and I think that we all need to kind of put in that. That being said, also, this year, I'm going to speak to you about that, Dawn. I'm putting together a little thing called Warrior Woman, and what that is going to be, it's not a show, it's just a group of women, and then we will grow as a group, being able to help each other, encourage each other, you know, advise each other, buy from each other. And I think it's needed because women, as progressive as we have become, we have more opportunities than ever. It has been stated that women are going through some of the hardest, most stressful, most trying times of their lives. And I think that's because we juggle so much. We are now taking on the man's role, when I say that, of also bringing in an income. And I don't speak because I work from home. Thank you, hubby. But the fact is that women now they're mother.
Mm-hmm.
They provide, they nurse, they cook, they drive. They have multiple jobs that they juggle. So even though they're more successful in a career or an income, they're also taking on all the stuff that they did back in the day. Multiple roles.
Yeah.
It becomes more stressful. And from all of the data out there, women are going through the most depressed times of their lives, which shouldn't be. You'd think that they're more successful, making more money, they feel better, but they're so stressed that they're not. And I think at this point, women need to stand behind women. Guys have a great time together. They talk together. They back each other up even when they shouldn't. And I think it's time. It's true, you know. No, not you, babe, but all the other guys.
All the other guys.
All the guys too. But I think women need to start standing up behind each other, beside each other, holding hands, encouraging and pushing each other forward. Or helping each other forward. So this is the year that I think we're going to need to start to take this on.
I'm looking forward to
Yes.
that opportunity. And there are a lot of women that are standing beside each other right
Yes.
now. So keep doing that.
Please.
And we want to
It's
see
awesome.
more women doing that as well. And one of the things I want to say to you, Janice, is you have touched a lot of people's heart, including mine, by what you do. And the fact that you want to take in more kids and help more kids is beyond phenomenal. So thank you to you and Hugh
Thank
as
you.
well and your family for that. And you is offset just praying over there. So
He prays a lot
we
nowadays.
cannot thank you enough for being an amazing human being, because it does take strong, amazing family and commitment to open your doors and welcome other people's kids in it. That's
you.
beyond
Thank you.
phenomenal.
Thank you very
Yes.
much. Well, we all have a passion.
I know
Yes.
that. Yes,
The
absolutely.
key is to live your passion.
Yes,
Yes.
and
It's
recognize,
to live
but
your
to
passion.
recognize what
And
it is
to
as
have-
well.
That's right.
Let's
To
not
have-
forget.
That's a key, is to find out what your passion is and
Thank
live
you.
it.
Yes.
That's when you're authentic
Thank
to
you.
yourself, and that's when you end up, everything just falls in place for you. The world
Exactly.
universe aligns with you.
Yeah.
Energy aligns with you
Yeah.
because you're putting out what you're supposed to be. I'm a mom.
But you have
I am a mom.
But listen,
To my
you-
sisters, my brothers, and my kids.
you have a strong man making your passion come true or believing
I
in the
love
same
it.
passion. So a lot of people don't have that. So
No.
congrats to you both
Thanks.
and thank you from the world for what you do.
Yes. From
So,
everybody.
Yes.
From
Miss
everybody.
Cheryl and Marsha.
Yes.
Wow. What was the question again?
Your final
All the way up
thoughts.
Final thoughts. Wow. Honestly, I am a little bit worried about this so-called war that we are at right now, because a lot of people seem to be ignoring it or not
I'm
wanting
on
to
it.
talk about it or touch on it. And today I was doing an MRI on my knee finally, and I thought to myself, because I started hearing all those loud noises. Any one of you who have done an MRI, you would know. And I started thinking, wow, what if Iran decided to send a missile this way, and I'm here in this machine getting an MRI?
Oh.
I'm serious.
Oh my
I'm serious.
gosh.
I'm serious.
Not the good
So I
parts.
had to take that thought out of my mind immediately. Immediately.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would have panicked.
Yes.
Panicked.
Yeah.
And that's not a
And,
place
and
to
so
come.
I did. I'm very good at choosing one thought over another. But that doesn't mean that every thought enters my mind. Every last living one. So because of that, I want to make sure that everyone knows that you can choose that other thought. That you don't have to revel into the negative
That's right.
and revel into what you think could go wrong. Think about what could go right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about what could go right. Ignore the negative. Instill the positive.
That's right.
And speak it into existence.
You have to,
Just
yeah.
call
You have
it.
to.
Call it. Put your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And move towards it.
Yes.
Little steps. Little steps.
Yeah.
Little
It becomes
steps.
a habit. It becomes
Yes.
I think
Yes.
we all have the fear too.
Yes.
It's the
it's there.
Yeah.
Of I'm fearing because I know my daughter will be going back to school soon.
Yeah.
She'll be on a plane.
Yeah.
I won't
a well, yes.
breathe until I know the plane is safe.
Little steps.
So yeah,
We will
share
support
those
you.
fears.
We are all here for support.
Absolutely.
Go for it. Go
But
for
you're
it.
right though, you have to dismiss the ones that are going to bring you
Yes.
down and try and
Dismiss
replace
them.
them. Replace
Yeah.
them with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with good thoughts.
Yeah.
And for me, it's my closing thoughts is absolutely believe in yourself 100%. Even when you're talking to your friends and you share your thoughts and ideas with them. I mean, if you have a vision, a mission, and a goal and you see it one way, believe in yourself. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I came up with the name The Caribbean Edge for the show, people have said to me, why the Caribbean Edge? They love the concept of the talk show, but they said the Caribbean Edge, it's gonna narrow down your viewers. It's gonna make make people just think it's about the Caribbean, right? And I said, no, I'm not changing the name from the Caribbean Edge. And you have to know who you are as a people. There's nothing more powerful than Caribbean people.
No.
There's nothing more powerful than you. And I wanted the show to remain the Caribbean Edge. That was the initial thought for it. And the Caribbean people are more powerful than ever. And I wanted the rest of the world to come in and tune in and see what Caribbean people are about.
Right.
Our culture, our music, our people. And there's nothing more powerful from that. So thank you everyone that stood by and supported me and the decision, and everyone that's joined us on the Caribbean Edge. And we absolutely cannot thank you enough. So believe in yourself. If you have a dream, make it happen. 2020 is your year.
Sorry.
2020. Yes.
Thank you, ladies. Cheers.
2020.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Caribbean Edge. See you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye,
Ciao
ladies.
for
Thank
now.
you so much.
Take
Thank
care,
you for
everybody.
having us.
Take care.